This is my new video about verbal abuse and bullying. This is going to be talking about children and adults. This video. Bullying is for children and teenagers. Verbal abuse is for adults. The term verbal abuse. Anyone that's watching this video, please understand how serious this is. This is a very serious thing. Verbal abuse and bullying is a very serious thing. In so many schools all over the nation, children are going through bullying, and a lot of children are committing suicide over this. You see it in the news. You see it on the internet. They're committing suicide over being bullied, being threatened, being laughed at, being mocked and said names to, insult, curse words. All kinds of things they're going through. Bullying is a horrible thing to go through, and they cannot take this, so they commit suicide over this kind of abuse. Bullying is abuse, and it's a terrible thing to go through. There are children out there that was 8 years old, a child out there that was 8 years old, and that have committed suicide. I saw this, and it broke my heart. There was another child that was 9 years old, a boy. He hanged himself because he was being bullied, and he could not take this, so he committed suicide for this. Another girl, I think she was 15 years old. She jumped in front of the train because she was being bullied in school, and she could not take this kind of abuse. So she jumped in front of a train and committed suicide. A poor innocent child lost her life because of abuse. And the numbers go on and on, how many children are committing suicide over this. And it's so heartbreaking. It's so sad that they're committing suicide. Also, adults go through this as well, but they go through verbal abuse because they're an adult. Doesn't make it any easier because they're not a child. They are going through the same kind of pain as a child, because verbal abuse is such a bad thing to go through. And they're also committing suicide, many of them as well. Is committing suicide. I have seen it so many times. Just because a person is not being hit does not mean they're not getting abused, because they are getting abused. They are. It's just a silent abuse. It's like a silent killer that's killing the people and the children, the poor children, and it's killing them. This kind of abuse. There are numerous of adults that have committed suicide of emotional and verbal abuse. And an abuse that cannot be seen, but it is there. Um, they are scared to talk up. They have nobody to turn to. The children, they have nobody to turn to. So they run and they hide and they commit suicide because they want to leave this world to get away from the pain. So what can we do about this? What can we do? We have to stop this. We have to change the law. We have to pass the law to stop this. To stop verbal abuse for adults and bullying for children. Because my law that I am trying to pass is to stop threats, insult words, curse words, bullying. They will not be able to bully in the schools because my law will be passed. If I could get this law passed, children can be saved. It would stop this because they're dying more and more every day. Just go online and look and you will see this. You will see so many kids. So many. And adults as well, so many. We must find a way to stop this. And the only way to stop this is to sign my petition at change.org.com to stop verbal and emotional abuse. So this kind of pain will stop. So many people. Children need a voice. They need to be heard. They need someone to stand up for them. Please sign my petition. Stand up for children that are committing suicide over being bullied. 15-year-old girls. Teenage girls that are killing themselves. I even heard a little boy, 8 years old, 10 years old, another girl, a 12-year-old that committed suicide. Mostly of them, they hang themselves. And some of them, they jump in front of trains because they cannot take this. This is so wrong. This kind of abuse. And adults, they're being just as abused in relationships or wherever they're going to, they're just being just as bad. They may be adults, but they're still getting abused just as bad. Please help me sign my petition and be a supporter to change this law. To pass this law at change.org.com. I urge you to help so many children and adults out there in the world. If you want to leave me any comments or anything, I'm here and I will answer anything. If you want to tell me anything, I'm here. I will try my best to help you as much as I can. Thank you.